Hello Internet, Fuwa-San here. I want to show you today a game named Ginormo Sword. It's free on the internet. It takes a really long time to do if you don't know what you're doing. But since I finished this game too many times to count, I want to show it, like do some sort of walkthrough and playthrough. So Ginormo Sword plays only with the mouse. You can see I have my little guy here. It follows where my mouse is at a limited speed. So to start we have some sort of landscape with some little islands and a house. We can enter the house. We can see our inventory. We have a dagger. We can attack with it by clicking. And we have a leather armor. Very basic stuff. So the game has tons of secrets, and it shows since the beginning, because the places where we can go are hidden. So when we go to, for example here, there are the grizzly plains, which I can click to go to. So here we see our first enemies. So these are Neko slimes, very basic, and when we kill them, they give gold. If we touch the enemies, we take damage. So it's quite simple. You click, the character attacks, and if you move, he attacks in the other direction. These are Neko metal. These are the rarer version of the Neko slimes. It's quite lucky to find two of them this early in the game. But they'll probably one-shot me if I touch them. So I have to be very careful. And yeah, it gave me a really high amount of money. Sometimes finding a rare monster too early is not a good thing, because you just can't kill it without spending too much time. So here, let's go to the ruins, find some skeletons. This is a very grindy game, so the options at the start are quite limited. But quickly you have to grind for gold, and being efficient at it is the challenge of this game. Oh, another rare. That's cool. So orcs. Trying to hit various enemies at once is a good strategy, but for now it won't be really doable. So here the orc chief has too much HP. You can see I only do 1 pixel of damage every 5-10 seconds. So I'll just flee, and as you see, these little cranes skulls are grayed out, but this one is white because I haven't completed it. So actually this horned orc over there is the tier 2 of the orcs, and I just happened to meet the tier 3 or 4. There are 4 tiers to most enemies of the game. Yeah, this is more doable. So yeah, I might fast forward many grind sessions, or find some dumb thing to talk about while killing some monsters. But hopefully, since I kind of know what I'm doing, I can just power through the enemies. So this guy is way too beefy to kill with the dagger. So I'll just go here on this tiny little island and find the first secret. So this is a recurring thing in the game. A boss that is almost unkillable, and some secret that allows you to kill it. So this katana is red, and it's level 2. Our dagger is level 1, so it's a bit more powerful, but the more important thing is that it has 1 fire and -1 water. So when you enchant a weapon, you give it 1 +1 in an element and -1 in the opposing elements. So I'll buy the katana, and we'll try again the orc leader. So you can see it's way more effective because he's weak to fire. So this guy is now a piece of cake. You could just try to power through with the dagger, but it's really not efficient. So here we can have the first seer of the world map. So there are 16 rectangles, or 16 zones we can go in. So here we can see the little zone we were. And if you go in the other square and click, you enter this new zone. So here we have the Shrine of Might. This shrine allows us to use 10,000 gold to up our strength to +1. So we don't have enough gold yet, and hopefully we won't need it that soon. So here we have our first enemies that have some projectiles. This one are quite simple. A red fireball, or just red ball, that goes to where we were. So if I don't move, I'll get hit. If I just move a little bit, I'll evade the attack. So up, 1 pixel is not enough. But yeah, the hitbox is quite small. So yeah, I didn't show it very well, but you can just move a tiny bit to evade most attacks. So here another shaman camp. Oh, ooh. I have to go very close to the enemies, so getting hit is quite unfortunate. Where is... Okay, harpies have a homing missile that when it touches you, you can't move and you can't attack for a few seconds. So for now it's not very powerful, but if I get hit close to them, they can then just kill me with their hitbox body. But with enemies, like if there were shamans throwing fireballs, they could hit me way easier when I'm charmed. So this boss, I think, is resistant to fire. Maybe not. Oh. But yeah, so he throws fireball in a horizontal line. So just staying below him is one of the best strategy, because my hitbox is smaller above my sword than below my sword. So staying below him, I can touch his legs and he fires above my head. So I think the dagger might do more damage to him, but I can do it in a reasonable amount of time. So I'll just try to not get hit because I have... Okay, nice. It was quite close. So I'll just try to test this out. Go to the dagger and just do a few hits to see if he was indeed resistant. Doesn't seem so. Yeah, it seemed quite the same amount of damage. So I'll keep the dagger now, because in this zone we meet the swordsmiths. This is one of the most important places in the game, since for 1,000 gold I can up my weapon level to 1 for +1. And if I do it, the next level is 2,000 gold. So each upgrade upgrades the cost. So now that I have my dagger at level 4, I have 3 bonus points. So each bonus point I can put in length or width, and each point put will just upgrade the size of my weapon. So now I can touch enemies a bit more far away. So now I have 2 rares, the harpy rare and the goblin rare, and this is a very bad combination because if I can try to just... Oh, okay, I failed. So I had to kill just the 3 RPs as fast as possible because the charm was too powerful and it would kill me, but I died anyway. And I almost die here. So this zone you can see as different types of enemies that can spawn in it. This is a nice zone to farm, actually, because the monsters here are based on the earlier monsters, and so are often easier to kill. For example, these ones have more HP, and also the base type of monster is a tanky monster. But we'll see in the later levels that random zones are often the easiest and more efficient zones to farm. So trolls, nothing special, just a beefy enemy. But since our dagger is has some levels on it, I can kill it. So this is one of the first challenging bosses because he has a lot of projectiles. So these spirals, and I think he has like a 3-pronged projectile he can throw. Maybe not. But yeah, this is quite hard to evade. So I'll just upgrade my weapon a bit more and try again. So actually I think the direction is fixed. So if I stay more or less here, I think I won't ever get hit, but I have to stay just far away enough and just below to attack his legs. So yeah, this boss is just have your weapon high level enough and you can do it easily. I could have farmed if needed, but that was okay. So 4th zone. This is quite quick, quicker than I intended. So these enemies are invulnerable to the sword. I can't kill them. And there's a rare one there. So let's... actually, it's here. This is another secret shop. Then for 2000 gold gives me the magic missile spell. But I don't have enough gold, so let's try fighting some gargoyles that are basically goblin shamans, but usually quicker on the fireballs, and there are quite many of them, so I don't think... Yeah, I was doomed. Actually, yeah, there is an easier place here to get some gold. So yeah, clay golems, I think we already saw some of these. But yeah, my sword is not doing enough damage for the place I am. So maybe I should just go farm some sword levels. And you can see the monster's HP is randomized. So the previous one and this one are quite quick to kill, but this one has way more HP. So I don't know if it's like a level multiplier or just a randomizer on the HP. But yeah, sometimes they just you just kill them very quickly. Other times they're harder. And the rares also have this mechanic, so sometimes you find a rare that is quite easy, I'd say, to kill. Not that easy because you still have like 10 times more HP than the base enemy, but easier than it could be. So that's usually nice because rare ones give more gold. Oh, okay, another rare air RP. Try not to die. Okay, the charm. Ah, okay. The gargoyle isn't attacking. That's good. And I was far enough not to get hit. So I don't think I'll kill this harpy with my sword level, but we'll see how much damage we do and assess. Ah, well, I can't even try. Okay, so that's a better spawn of enemies. I can probably kill this ogre and he will probably give me like a few thousand gold, maybe 10,000. So yeah, one thing that's good in this game is that you can and you should use an auto-clicker because it's quite straining. Oh, and I got a jewel. And since I was too quick, I didn't see what it is. But in our little inn, we can see our inventory. I actually got a diamond, I don't know when, and a ruby. These serve to enchant weapons, but it will come later. So I need 10,000 for the magic missile, and now I can damage these guys. There are various spells in the game. This one just has a weird pattern and attacks in an horizontal zone. So usually it's often better to start with the length of the weapon. So it synergizes quite well until then. When you're comfortable far enough from the monsters, you can start pumping with. Because here, when the gargoyle I'm attacking throws a spell at me, I won't have much time to evade it like that. So I think I'll just farm here. No, there is a better zone actually. So you can see these enemies die quite quickly and give a fair amount of gold, but here is the same kind of zone with some tougher enemies sometimes, but like the RPs die very quickly. Oh. So yeah, I'll just activate my auto-clicker. Oh, too bad. Because my wrist will die if I continue to keep this up. This is quite stupid, attacking into nothing, but... Hey. Okay. Ah, too bad. There was a rare one. Killing him could have given a nice amount of gold. But just melee enemies are the best. Because at this point of the game, the ranged ones can be a bit annoying. So I think I'll just get a few more levels and I'll get back to you. A good strategy is often to hit various enemies at once, so that when they die at the same time. And you get cold quicker. And sometimes if there is just one enemy with lots of HP left, it's often better to just leave the zone and come back. Depends on the situation. So I think after this commander I can go and yeah, focus the rarers because they will take more time. So I guess I'll just upgrade and try the gargoyles again. And I can also try to just go into the zone and leave until there are fewer gargoyles, like that. Ah, because when there are 6 or 7, it's quite harder. And now I'm really not doing enough damage, or it's also that I just can't take enough damage to be comfortable with these gargoyles. 4 is a bit too much. Oh, a rare gargoyle, but let's just not try that yet. I can't do that. Oh, 1 down. Please don't kill me. Ah! Should I quick this part too? Or doing some ellipse? Just keep going at it. Feel confident in my weapon level. Ah. Oh, just touching them kills me instantly. Please spawn just 3. I don't think they can spawn just a couple. I think 3 is the minimum amount. The maximum seems to be really high. Oh. Magic doesn't do much damage, and I don't have the means to upgrading magic damage yet. So I can't just go the farthest possible and just try to kill them with magic. I have to use the sword. Well, the dagger actually, but... Oh, yes! I did it! So this boss is one of the easiest because you just can't upgrade anything at this point. So just evading his attacks, and he doesn't have that much HP. Also, the triple projectile will be a recurring attack, and since you can just move a little bit, just evading the middle one that is aimed at you, and just not go too far to not take another. So now there are zones that are already mapped. There are many of them. So here we have the enchanter. We can put jewels into equipment, either the weapon or the armor. But for now it's not that important. Here we have some other spells. The circular is useful to have like weird positioning. I will buy them and show them, but right now I have a better use of my money. The cross napalm is the one I will buy soon, and the white shot just shots a triple projectile. Yeah, I think better than describing them, I'll just buy them later. So here we have cute little characters. They didn't do anything really, but okay. Right now the priest can do this healing zone, and the magician, the mage, can attack. So here we can see that the priest healed himself a bit. But honestly, since they don't have that much life, it's not really relevant, but it can be annoying. So here we have another shop. So he sells some swords. The Zweihander is the one I covet right now, and some armor. That is really expensive, so we won't buy any soon. And some accessories. These we want them all, but not right now. So I will explain them when I buy them instead of just talking for nothing. I think the thief has some projectile. Maybe not. No, don't want to show me. But yeah, at this point my sword is high level enough, so I can just kill them. Oh. Gargoyles again. No. Please don't kill me. Oof. So these gargoyles have more or less as much HP as in the last zone, but they give more gold. Is there? I don't think there is, but sometimes the boss appears and there still is a hidden zone that's useful to scan for them. So here, another hard boss. He has a cool attack. He charges his laser and then shoots. Oh, he doesn't one-shot me. Nice. So the easier technique to avoid his laser is that he actually locks the direction, the angle, when he starts. And he also moves left to right. So if he turns the other direction, the laser will just miss you. But waiting for him to charge and going just a bit below or a bit above will usually avoid the laser. And maybe sometimes he does that. So just go up, down, and it shouldn't be too hard to avoid. So first try, that's really nice. And I have some gold, but that's expensive. Yeah, I'll buy it when it's just not a relevant amount of money.